Um, Hi, folks. Welcome to mock interview session. Today, I have Shama Malini with me for mock interview. She's a fresher. Let's welcome Shama Malini. Hi, Shama Malini. Welcome to mock interview session. And also, could you please introduce yourself?
Thank you. First of all, thank you for giving me opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Shamavalin Kuhana. I am from Odisha, but currently staying in Bhadrak. I have completed graduation in 2022 and also have completed software testing course from QH Institute in Hyderabad. I belong to a nuclear family and I have basic knowledge about this manual and automation testing. My short-term goal is to get a job in reputed company which I can grow my working skill more and more knowledge which helps me in future. And my long-term goal is to become a responsible, knowledgeable personality to achieve a good position in the organization. That's all about me.
Okay, great. So you have been trained, right?
Hello?
You have got the training from any courses that you have done?
Institute QH. Yes,
Okay, great.
a software
So,
testing course from QH Institute.
okay, good. So could you please explain me what is SDLC model?
HTLC stands for Software Development Life Cycle. It is developing the application, and there are many activities like requirement analysis, planning, design, coding, testing, delivery, and maintenance.
Your looks like your internet is little fluctuating.
Hello,
Yeah,
am I
yeah,
audible?
yeah. I'm able to hear you. Okay. So then what are different models that you know in SDLC model?
HTLC model, there are two types of models like sequential model, incremental model. Sequential model are divided into two types: waterfall model, V model, and incremental model are divided into agile model, V agile model, RAD, prototype model. This is sequential model is the smallest size of project, and incremental model is the developing big size of project. And
Okay.
waterfall. Okay.
Huh. Waterfall? Yeah.
Sequential model is like waterfall and V model. It is waterfall model. It is the sequential model. Is smallest size of project in this model. If there is requirement is clear, there are chances of mistake would be less. It is a step process. And V model, it is the parallel process. While developer and tester are activities in parallelly, if there is requirement not clear, chances of doing mistake would be high.
Right. So, do you know what is functional testing and why do we do it and why it is important?
Functional testing, checking the applications, that behavior of application. We check this, verify that behavior of application, like according to the customers of requirement or not.
So, why it is important?
Functional testing, uh, if we, let's say some application, if we click the login page, Facebook application, if we click the enter username password, then click login. If it is a valid username, we click this valid username, valid password, then click login.
Mm.
But if we click this valid username, valid password, but if it is not login, showing the login page, then it is so be error. So we can check this the behavior of application.
Yes, right. So that is why we will do functional testing. But in case the functionality is working fine or not is important thing, right? From end user perspective, also it is important. If something, it is not user friendly or something like that. So along with functional testing, we will also think it in a different way in respect to the end user, right? So that's why it plays an important role. Okay. So, do you know what is system testing?
Yes, I know system testing, validating the functional and not non-functional requirement, working as the client expectation or not. This is known as system testing.
System testing, no, system testing is not. So, system testing you will do whenever you have an, uh, you know, different modules integrated. You have to check the integration between multiple modules.
That
And,
is known as system integration testing, validating the integration between two or more applications involved in the business.
but yes, see, there are different levels of testing, right?
Yes,
Integration testing, system testing.
unit
eh,
integration system,
Huh.
user acceptance
In
testing.
unit,
Yes,
yeah, in unit testing, you will just check only one module functionality.
small
But in
pieces of
huh,
model. Okay.
integration, you will check the integration between two modules. But in system testing, you will test multiple, like end to end, basically. End to end that you
Mhm.
will validate in system testing. Okay. What is smoke testing and how it is different from ad hoc testing?
A quick test carried out on the beginning wheel that is testable condition or not. This is known as smoke testing. Smoke testing performed by developer and tester. Uh, Ad hoc testing, it is not properly procedure documentation. There is a tester will knowledge about this application. It is informal testing.
Right. So you said that we'll not be having any documentation, right?
Yes,
Suppose
no plan of documentation.
whenever you get any new build, first you will have to understand how the functionality is. Then also we will perform the ad hoc testing, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is it possible to share the screen? Or if you can open Flipkart or any Amazon, any of the website.
No, it is not working.
Um, you're not able to share it.
Not, it is not working.
Okay, that's okay. So, I'll tell you, there is a sign up page which has username and then password field along with other information like mobile number and email address. Okay, and what is the address, home address, and what are the different types of some of the categories are there. Some of them are mandatory, some of them are optional. So now you have to write the test case for this particular page. How do you write it? the just
Can
imagine
again?
a page, just imagine a web page where it has fields like username, password, and then confirm password, user phone number, and then email address, different types of shipping, example, like different types of shipping, cash on delivery, or what is the main method that you choose, kind of field is there. Okay.
First, we check, verify that first we enter the valid username, valid password. Then we enter the verify the phone number, a valid phone number. If we enter the
Just 1 minute. It is a fresh user. It is a user sign up. You not user login. It is just a user sign up that we are testing. So we have not yet registered yet.
uh, uh, there is a new account, I think, new
Very
registers
fresh
account.
account. Yeah, right, right, right.
Okay, first I click the create a new account. Then then we enter the valid phone number. If we enter the valid phone number, then it showing some OTP message. So if we verify that invalid phone number, click login, then it not do not show this OTP message in my phone number, and If I click this valid phone number and click login, then it is would be OTP message will be displayed in my phone number, and if I correct OTP, then it is will be display the Flipkart page. Then we check the that Flipkart page homepage will be displayed properly or not, and we check this order is displayed or not, and search button is clickable or not, and making payment while I creating I selected this one product that is a that reviews and payment method will be displayed or not, uh, and we check this quality of product, and we check this quality of product, and if I of this internet connection that is properly display or not, that's we check this.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So, it basically why I asked you this question is first we will have to understand from company standpoint, if I want to tell you how you're analytical, how you analyze a specific page and how you will write is important. So that's the reason I did ask you this question. So yeah, it is completely on how testers they think basically. And what are the different columns that will be there while writing the test case?
First, write test case ID, test case description, step description, step number, priority, severe priority, and test case result status.
Okay, fine. Do you know who will do the white box testing?
Is whiteboard testing will do this developer.
Developer, yes. But how about black box testing?
Blackboard testing is performed by tester.
Right. So you specified about the requirement, right? So what do you mean by requirement?
Requirement analysis.
Wo-
Uh,
Just what is requirement?
Requirement we collect this document. Business analyst will collect this document, and then discuss with planning.
You know, so it is a documentation basically, requirement in the sense whatever is needed to develop a particular application, that is called as requirement. Suppose in case if you are developing a login functionality or things like that, so then what are the important things or essential things required to develop a particular application? All this is called as a requirement. Okay. And do you know bug life cycle?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, please.
There are bug lifecycle new, upon, rejected, reopen, retesting, regression testing, and postponed, hold, duplicate.
No, there is a flow. You have to follow that flow.
Starting from the end is still closure.
No, no. How you have to explain is, suppose say, whenever you find a new defect, it will be in the new status. Okay. Once it is in new status, it will be picked up by a developer or assigned by a lead or anyone. It will be
You
assigned
asked
to a
me bug life cycle
bug life
uh,
cycle.
whole
Right.
definition. Okay, okay. It first tester will identify at initial stage that is known as defect. If defect is hold to the if defect is valid, then it is upon the defect. If it is invalid, then it is rejected to the defect. If defect information not clear, that is hold the defect. If defect information is next to the page, that is post developer verify that is postponed to the defect, and if defect is already reported same developer a developer already reported, that is known as duplicate. Once the analysis completed, that is developer will fix the defect. If it is fixed, then QA team performs that retesting. After it retesting the side effect, if after its retesting. If it is resolved, then it is reopen the defect. If it is not resolved, if it is resolved, then close the defect. If it is not resolved, then reopen the defect. After retesting, QA team performs irrigation testing. If there is a side effect, that tester will change this defect. This process will continue.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So basically, there will be a flow, right? So exactly that's how we have to explain. So right. Fine. So do you know the difference between functional testing and non-functional testing?
Is checking the functional requirement according to the customer's requirement. Checking the functional behavior of the application according to the customer's requirement. This is known as functional requirement. And non-functional requirement, customer expectation. Customer depends on expectation. And functional testing is like unit testing, integration testing, system testing, user acceptance testing. Non-functional testing like load performance, stress testing, and that's
Right.
functional testing.
Hmm.
Okay.
Right. But what happens is, in case of functional testing, you said that we will check the application functionality, which is right. But when it comes to non-functional testing, we will check the performance of the application. Suppose, say, I
Yes.
have put a load of, in case of e-commerce websites, for an example, there are thousands and lakhs of users at that time. If they use, how the application is able to withhold that capacity, right? All this, how the API is responding, all this will be tested as part of so non-functional testing. Along with that, we have compatibility testing, which is also part of non-functional testing. And other types are there, like security testing.
Localization testing
Yeah,
also known as.
all these comes under non-functional testing.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So then let's talk about automation testing now. So do you think automation testing is important? And why we will choose automation testing over the manual testing?
Because automation testing is time saving process, and or if making testing automated using tools like Selenium, qtp, and automation testing, there is so programming knowledge about this testing. And we can if there is programming knowledge, we can write the test script about this automation testing. um, uh, that's So we can go for this automation test. It is reliable, reusable, repeated. This automation
Right.
testing.
Right. But when it comes to regression testing, right? If suppose say there is a huge application, okay, you have lot of functionalities in that. So each time you cannot test, the same functionality again and again. It is like lot of resources are required just to perform regression testing. So in case of automation testing, once it is automated, we can run it multiple times, and it is times, you said, right? Time saving, cost
Repeated.
saving, yeah, repetitive work, and that accuracy also. It is more accurate
Also
than,
reusable.
yes,
Reusable
reusable, right? So all these are the advantages. So that's why we prefer uh, automation testing over the
automation.
manual testing. Yes. So what do you think is the good, software tester quality? How, software testers quality, this quality is important, and yeah.
For delivering good quality product to the customer.
Hmm.
If there is a software has bug free, and software has bug free, and software needs to be customer according to the customer's requirement. If there is a good quality product to the customer, then we need for testing.
Look at what you require. If you want to deliver a good quality product, what is required inside you?
First, we gathering some document, then planning, then designing, then coding, then testing. This
See
process
that
will
those
activity.
are those are all the process perspective, right? So how the process is followed. But when a good quality tester looks like, he must be having a good understanding. Okay, for first is good understanding and then keen observation. You have to keenly observe. If you are given an any application, you have to observe it and you have to try it out in different ways, right? So those are all becomes the important quality of a software tester. Those are the process perspective that should be fine. Okay. And in Selenium, what are locators and what are the different types of locators that we have?
There are 8 locators in Selenium: ID, name, class name, tag name, link text, partial link text, XPath, CSS selector.
But what is this XPath? What does it mean?
XPath stands for XML first, used to locate the web element in the page. If there is no ID name available, then we go for this XPath condition. XPath is divided two types: absolute XPath, relative XPath. Absolute XPath we can go for starting from the node, this page, web page of the element. We can use for this single slash in absolute XPath. And a relative XPath we can go anywhere web page of the element, and it can starts from double slash.
Okay, right. So fine. Then what do you mean by we have a method called send keys, right, in Selenium? Now, why do we use it? When do we use it?
If there is a box like ID, if there is if we click on the driver dot find element by dot ID, and then this number ID number will be given the dot send keys will this program will apply it.
So where it will apply?
Driver dot find element in this program, Selenium program.
Okay, so basically it is applicable. Suppose if you want to, there is a text box. Okay, there is a text box, and if you want to enter any values into the text box, then we will use the send keys. Whatever we will send in this particular send keys method will be, uh, sent to that particular text box.
Yes, yes.
So just wanted to check, what are the different methods that you know in Selenium?
Web element
Hmm.
and Selenium, we know that web elements call by and get the actions method and drop down methods and mm, drop down action. Okay.
Like, yeah, as I said, like, send case, there is like get text method for which you will be using for, grabbing the text of any
Text properties of
hmm,
this element.
text is there. And yeah, as you said, like send different, like action is a different class where we can use mouse events and all
A
can be
mouse
performed.
operation. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
mouse and keyboard events, all these can be performed, right? So then, so I think we have almost covered from manual and automation testing for a fresher level. Okay. But do you know anything about API testing and database testing?
No, I know that API testing is the application programming interface. It is the application programming API stands for application programming interface. This is that is no that's it is a
Okay.
two application between the user and client,
Um,
interface between the client and user. We use
right,
this
right.
API.
So, yeah, so I mean, it is partially correct. Like, the application programming interface is correct. So we have three different layers. Okay. One is the user, whatever the user sees, UI layer. Okay. And then middle is the data, sorry, backend. It is also called backend layer, or business logic will be written. And finally, the database layer. Okay, whenever we call anything from UI, you will send some data. Okay, so how it will be getting stored into the database? it will, that job will be done by this APIs. Okay. And main business logic will be written in this APIs. So that is what is API testing.
But I don't know about this API and database testing.
Yeah, no problem. But gradually, whenever if you get chance, just take a look and you know have some knowledge about these different, at least the basic knowledge about it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I think we have almost done with our interview. So just to give you the feedback. So manual perspective, I think you have good understanding of it, but it is better while some of the information just be clear. Okay. Just explain it procedurally, one after the other. So it will be very easy for the interviewer also to understand, and what knowledge that you possess will, they will identify it easily. Okay, be calm and then do it. From automation standpoint, yeah, definitely you might have got little exposure. That's good, great. And it is better if you keep practicing it. So it will become very easy, even though there, if they ask you any programming questions, like if they ask you to write any program or logic things, it will be better. So keep practicing it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have anything, any questions?
No, no. But fresher level, which knowledge about this basic concept of this fresher level manual and automation testing?
Yeah, basic knowledge is enough. But it is like they won't ask you hands-on experience, though some of the important are required, right? You better like send keys, get text method, how does it work? How, on
I
what
know this.
element you
I
will be
know that get
performing it?
test method.
Yeah.
I know that
So,
get test attribute, get attribute method.
yeah. Okay. So if not, yeah. Thank you, Shama Malini, for joining me. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.